Okay guys, so this is example 3. And so we are gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and read the very first part. So it says the equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y minus 16 equals 0. Find the center, radius, and graph on GeoGebra. So the very first thing, let's go ahead and notice how we have x squared, y squared, and we have an x and a y variable. So unlike the other problems where we simply had x squared and y squared equals to the radius, we need to set this into that standard form first. So let's go ahead and first write all the variables, put all the variables together with each other. So by this I mean, let's go ahead and put all the x's together on one side, and on that same side we're going to put the y's together. So we have x squared, let's see, we have x squared and an 8x. So we're going to write x squared minus 8x. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the y's with a red so you can see the difference. Plus y squared plus 4y minus 16. Oh man, okay. Need another marker here. We'll do purple. Equals 0. So now what you notice here is that we're actually gonna have to do something that you guys learned back in middle school, which the way that it's set up, it looks like it's gonna be completing the square. And by that means that we're gonna go ahead and move this constant over to the right side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to add 16 to both sides. And remember that this is part of completing the square. That's the method where we are going to be working with all the variables on the left hand side, keep the coefficient on the, or not the coefficient, sorry, but just any other constants, we're going to move them to the right hand side and move on from there. So now we have this together, this is the x squared with minus 8x, and then we have the y squared plus the 4y. And remember, completing the square, it's a process where, again, we are rewriting this into a standard form style, and we're going to go ahead and take half of this, square it, and that's going to be our new portion here. So x, half of this is 4, so I write minus 4. I square this part, but since technically I converted this to I added a 16, I need to also add 16 here. Okay, now for this problem, again, we are taking half of this and we are writing it as such. So half of 4 is 2. But again, 2 squared is 4. So technically we added a 4 on this side. So in order to balance the equation, I'm going to add 4 here. That way I'm not really doing anything, right? I'm just moving things around. I'm adding things here, but I'm also adding it here, so the equation is still balanced. And so now when I combine like terms on this side, I have 16 plus 16 plus 4, which is, so this is 20, 16 plus 4 is 20, and then 20 plus 16 is 32. So now we have what we wanted. We have our standard form, and we have a center at 4, 4, -2, 4, -2. Again, a quick way to figure out the center is always you just take the opposite sign of both of these. And then the radius would be, 30, 20, sorry, this was 36. 36. And so then the radius would have been, well, the radius here is squared. I have to take the square root of that, and it's going to be 6. And now I'm going to go ahead and be able to graph this onto my paper first, and then I'm going to make sure to check it on my GeoGebra. So let's go ahead and do that here. So I'm going to go ahead, and because the center is at 4, -2, that means if I were to do a quick sketch, it would be 4, the center would be somewhere here, and then the radius would be at 6, so it would be somewhere like that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mark my x-axis a little bit higher. So let's see. There you go. Okay. So this is my full page, and again, I'm drawing my x and y axis according to the center and my radius. So here I have y, x. Okay, so my center was at 4, -2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then -2. This is my center, and then the radius is at, so the radius is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm not gonna have enough, but it should look something like that. Okay, and then in the next video, I'm going to go ahead and show you quickly how I would use GeoGebra again just to check my work.